Hi everyone, welcome to the Dollhouse, and one of my newest dolls. This is Charlie, and Charlie is a Chow Chow baby by Zaf Creations. And little Charlie here, well, I'm not too sure whether Charlie's a girl or boy. At the moment Charlie is a girl, but depending on what clothes I wanted to put on her or him, so I'm not too sure. But she's only little. She's only a tiny little thing. 17 inches, which is working that out in centimetres in a minute. So 17 inches. She's smaller than I thought, but she's weighted like a real baby would be. And she's just gorgeous. And she has a message for you today. It's Christmas time almost. So let's have a look and see the cards that have been drawn by her to give you a heads up about what might be happening in the next few weeks. It's almost 2022. So what does the next year have in store for you? What can you do now to fulfill something next year? What could be starting right now, completing next year, or to take you into next year? So let's have a look at the cards. Well, Chow Chow. Chow Chow. Charlie. Chow Chow's a doll. Let's have a look and see. Come on, Charlie. 9 of Diamonds, which is the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, what are you working on? There could be a promotion coming through here, a new form of study, learning something, finding some information that you need, someone approaching you with the information that you need, knowing the right department to go to, but need to put it into perspective and use it to gain some knowledge, gain some skills. But I think it's to do with work or self-employment, gaining employment. But to gain what you need in employment, promotion, what have you, you need to learn something or find the information and use it to increase your skills and to increase your knowledge base. Does that make sense? And yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Ooh. Ooh. How relevant is that for you today, guys? So thank you, and Charlie. And yeah, she's gorgeous, isn't she? She's just so beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy with her. She's a 2002 Chow Chow doll. So she doesn't have all the paraphernalia that they have now. So she's a true cuddly baby and not one of those interactive ones, which is perfect for me because I can dress her and later on during the year next year I want to incorporate more dolls into my readings and maybe even dress some of them for you or just enjoy them more, because I haven't really been enjoying them. I've just had them and they've just been sitting around not really doing anything. So I'm hoping to next year interact with them more and play with them. And never too old to play with dolls. Dolls give you that sense of comfort, and for some people they don't, and I can understand that and I can appreciate that. Some people just find them creepy. Some people just find them obsessive or something else like that. But I know they're dolls, and but you know, you can dress dolls and play with them and interact with them without being I don't know what people think about people who play with dolls, but I certainly have no qualms about saying yes, I play with dolls, and I find clothes in the op shop for them, and they say, oh, have you got a newborn coming in through the family? And I said, no, I want this for my doll. And I bought a little outfit for one of my dolls who's coming for the next few days, hopefully by Christmas. Oh, I'll keep my fingers crossed. A little outfit, and the lady in the shop said to me, oh, you have a newborn. I said, no, I want it for my doll. I said, even dolls celebrate Christmas. And there's two ladies there, and they both had a laugh, and I had a laugh because, you know, why not? Why not indeed? I don't have grandchildren, and my kids are all grown. So, you know, why not enjoy? I never had dolls like this when I was younger. I don't know. I don't know. Why do people play with dolls? I don't know. Why do people have racing cars? Why do people have model planes? Why do people collect books or knit or what have you? Because they enjoy it. It fulfills a part of them, and it sort of makes you feel good about yourself and something that's happening in your life. And I don't think anyone should be put down for what they believe or what they feel makes them feel good, unless it's illegal or harm somebody else. And then of course one should curtail themselves and not do anything to harm anybody else or themselves even. Some people do things to harm themselves, and I think that's I don't know, uncomfortable. I don't know. It's just a ramble, isn't it? I mean, you may not even want to listen to me ramble. That's okay. You could turn off in 5 seconds. It doesn't matter. This is for me and for my benefit and for my enjoyment and for my satisfaction, my comfort. And I hope to interact with my dolls more as the time goes on. Some of them are spirited, some of them aren't. And I go to the op shops looking for dolls. Some I bring home because I feel a sense of energy around them, and sometimes that energy moves on because they don't want to stay with me, or they find another place of being, and those dolls move back to the op shop. They get redonated as play dolls rather than spirited dolls. Spirited dolls aren't really all that easy to find. They're not as common as people would like to think they are. There aren't very many really. I do have a few Walder dolls, which I'll show you a bit later on, because I believe they were made back in the 80s as spirit vessels. That's my own opinion, and they are perfect as spirit vessels. But not many people appreciate Walder dolls, and because they were made cheaply in the 80s, most of them are broken now. There are a few in Australia that I've found. I didn't appreciate them when I found them, so they always left them in the shop. Now I wished I had taken them home because I have a new appreciation for Walder dolls. I'll bring one over right now. Just stay here with Charlie. I brought one over in her traditional dress. You might recognise them then. This is Cherry Walder doll. Cherry Walder. You can remember these dolls? With the brown hats and the little prairie dress. Well, this is Cherry. So I'll put Cherry over here with Charlie. They don't sit up very well by themselves. And this here is Emily. I've redressed Emily. So these are Walder dolls. Sit there with Charlie. There we go, don't fall over. Oh, support each other. There we go. You might recognise them now that you've seen them. I want to use these more in my readings as well, just to interact with them. They may be cheap from the 80s, but they have a very unique charm about them, don't they? And yeah, they have just as much right in a doll collection as anyone else, and I just love them. I have a couple of others. I'll bring them out a bit later on, and I have the Walder cousins as well, which I'll show you too again later on. But yeah, little Cherry has a little jacket on, but underneath you can see the original outfit, so you might recognise them. Each one has a cross, because I just like crosses on them. Little Cherry. A couple have been very expensive. I have yet to find any more in op shops. They don't seem to be very available here in Australia. I have seen lots in the US and have seen a lot for sale on eBay from the US. Cherry came from the US. I bought her in her original outfit. She was on sale on eBay. She comes from the US. Emily, where did Emily come from? She might have come from England, actually. A few more have come from Australia, but this is the only one in original dress that I've found. If I find more, I will and add them to my collection, but yeah. So that's all for today, guys. So sort of a bit of a ramble today. I wasn't expecting to do a ramble, but you know how it is. It just happens sometimes. I might just give you a bit of a browse around again, some more of my dolls, just so you can, oops, meet them again. Little Abby, Ollie, remember Lauren, all the other guys in here. Little Shay, and the other guys in here. As you can see, I've had a bit of a rearrange, and I've a new one here too. This is another Baby So Real doll, but she's tiny. She's the same as little Olivia there at the back, and you know Stevie. I won't show you this doll because I don't want to get kicked off YouTube, because yeah, I don't want to get blacklisted. So, but you can imagine what she is, but I won't show you. And of course my girls had a outfit change, and there's little Victoria, and this is where I keep my dolls' clothes. Just over there, and of course the rest of the gang are over there, and I'll introduce you all to those later. Oops, rubbish on the floor, don't look at that. And there of course is, yeah. So there we go, and there's little Shay. Shay's arms are falling off, so when I change her, she'll only have different pants on and different shoes on, because her arms are, whatever armitage they used to attach the arms has come away from her body, so I don't want to destroy her, so she'll just have changes in pants and shoes. These guys here are not going to get changed. What they are in is what they stay in, because they're too unstable. Some are I can play with, but shan't be changing. These guys here, except for Olivia, she might get changed occasionally. Stevie will get changed occasionally, and maybe the new one here, I haven't quite got a name for her yet. You can't buy clothes for her off the rack, you know, in op shops and things, so she'll have to have ready-made clothes, or you know, handmade clothes. But I've got one coming, but I don't know whether or not I'll change her. And these other guys won't be changed all that much. And you can remember little Indigo over there. And these guys will be changed from time to time as well. Little Abby. Abby is spirited. You can't see her very well here, but she has the spirit of an older lady who had dementia. So she sits here very, very quietly, but I love her. And she will be changed. But she likes grown up clothes, she doesn't like baby clothes. So, yeah. So here we are again, guys. Back to where we started from. So hopefully that wasn't too much for you. And yeah, I'll go now. I've had my peace and quiet, and so I've destroyed all your peace and quiet, but never mind. I think it happens sometimes, doesn't it? So anyway, guys, thank you so much, and until next time, so many blessings.